WordCon is back and live in Birmingham once again. If you've attended one of our previous events, you'll know that WordCon really is the UK #1 event for wedding business owners of all types. And after WordCon in 2019, we're now more than ready to get back in that room, hanging out with like-minded people and building invaluable relationships and business connections. So let me tell you why this event is shaping up to be our best one ever. This time round, WordCon is all about teaching you how to grow, engage your audience, attract qualified leads, consistently increase your revenue, and boost your cash flow before the year is out. Basically, over the day, you'll learn the very best ways to grow your business, and we can't wait. So if you're a wedding business owner of any kind, then you need to be at WordCon on November the 9th. All the details are in the show notes.
Hello. Welcome back to the Web Pro podcast.
Hi.
Hope you're all doing well.
Yeah, it's we're recording this straight off the back of the bank holiday weekend. Still got bank holiday vibes, not gonna lie.
Yeah, same.
It's taken me a while to get into like the flow of the day.
I feel like, what time are we on now? What are we, 12:30, just 12:30. I feel like it's gonna take me till about 2 o'clock, not gonna lie. I always seem to get my flow later on in the day, which is annoying because then I've got the kids home and then I've got the tea to cook and then I'm like, oh, I'll just do this work, I'll just do that work. But if that's how my brain works.
Yeah, I think eased in today, not too much, catching up on a bit of admin, etc. Eased in, and tomorrow hopefully raring to go.
What I'm going to do in the morning for you is I'm going to send you a bit like a motivational voice note.
Okay,
get up.
Can't wait.
I'm going to
So we're recording this off the back of being away for 2 days in London. We learned absolutely loads, didn't we? Can't wait to action it and get it into our business. We're not really these kind of pumped up hustle kind of girls, are we?
No. So I think we're a little bit older and a little bit wiser now for that, maybe.
Yeah,
we've still got the hustle, but in a different way.
Yeah, if I could have changed anything about the event, it would have been some talks were a little bit hustle, weren't they? A little bit go, never come up for air. And we are not about that. We're about building businesses that we love, that are sustainable, that give you some time to breathe. Which is
let's say that they're slow burners, but not slow as in, but we're just, I think, slower, more precise.
Yeah, I think it's not about burnout, overwork. And nobody really spoke about this kind of subjects today, but it was very kind of high energy room, work ethic, all of that sort of stuff, mindset. So yeah, we know where we're heading, don't we? We've got a plan,
got the vision,
we're getting there. And I think there is a lot to be said about stopping, pausing, reflecting, looking at like what things are going right, what things are not going so right. So yeah, we had a really good time though. It was nice to be away from the children, and this is the first time in my career that I have been
London.
So we went to an awards ceremony, but that's a bit different. I was going to say the first time in my career that I've been away from the children to work, and I think that's true. So in kind of 14 years, so it was nice though. It was nice, but it was
a little bit different and out of the ordinary, and the males in our lives had to deal with the kids, which is quite
nice. Yeah, but let's just keep it real for a second. So we are, we're in London. We've got no kids. To be fair, this might not have happened had the event not been overrunning.
Yeah,
but the event was overrunning. Like I had the shakes. I was so no.
Blood sugars were on the floor. We needed food.
Needed some coffee. Needed some food because the event was running behind. It was like about 7 p.m. We'd not eaten.
And we've been up since 5 and travelled and all of that.
We've been up since kind of Was it 5 or 4:30? I think my alarm went off at 4:30.
Oh, I didn't get up till 5. That's
Yeah,
early
we've
for me.
driven down to London. So yeah, come 7, we were tanking, weren't we? So we're like, right, we're gonna go get some food before we go to this networking thing tonight. We've got no kids, you know. We're relatively comfortable in what we can afford. Can we say, Roxy? We didn't have
Yeah.
we didn't have to find any bargain basement kind of chicken house. But where did we end up? Where did we end up for food?
Answers on a postcard for that one, guys.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed to say that we ended up.
I'm ashamed. Shall I whisper it? We went to McDonald's.
Yeah, so that is actually, and then actually I'd already done a McDonald's on the Monday because it was my daughter's birthday party and that's what they wanted. So I was just like, oh my God, like what am I doing? However, you know, the event was running behind, etc. So the first time in kind of over a decade that I've been away without the children for a work kind of function.
It's that Instagram versus reality shiz though, isn't it? Like in reality, so what? Like I was enjoying the fact that I got to eat at McDonald's and dip my fries in my curry on my own without my kids. Like, Mom. I was happy. I was in my element. You know, like it's nice to have a break. Yeah, but same with me. I don't think I've ever left the kids. And I quite often have a whinge about like school run and getting everything done. And God, I've got to now do loads of work. But every single day the 2 days that the hubby did the school run went like white, Roxy.
Yeah, same in my house. And then this morning,
but it shouldn't wind me up, but it winds me up. It's like, wow, I can't do that.
Yeah, this morning my school run went to absolute chaos, and I was like, last week you got yourself up out of bed and to school with no drama, and actually this is the first school run. Maybe that's what it was. This is the first school run since we've been back, so maybe it was like punishment.
There is something like I did come back and you know, as soon as I got back, because me and Kate planned to sneak in the house.
Yeah, we came back a bit early, didn't we?
Yeah. And hide. As soon as the kids heard my car pull up, firstly the dog was like, oh, somebody there. And that was it then. Mummy, and there was up my behind. And Chris had none of that. None of that at all.
Yeah.
So there's a vibe that I'm giving off. I'm not giving off the F off vibe enough, I don't think.
Leave me alone. Yeah, so hey, we're doing it all again in March.
Yeah. So much in
November. So we're obviously away from WedCon in November one night. So I did tell my daughter and she was like, no. And I was like, we've got to do it. We've got to get on board. Mummy works. And then we're away in March as well. So I'm sure they're all going to cope. They've been fed. They're fine. They've been to school.
I mean, as I said on my little like sneaky podcast recording last night, that was like afterwards, Kate, I've just recorded a podcast. I did say like, I'm glad we're going again in March because I think day one I felt a little bit out of my comfort zone, like a lot of newness to take in, and I probably didn't take advantage of the room enough. So I'm glad we're going back. I'm gonna smash it.
Yeah, it's good. It's exciting. So, yeah, we wanted to go to this event. So this event like was just about us up leveling our skills, wasn't it? And for us to
business development for us.
Yeah, find out what's next in kind of everything: sales, marketing, personal development, business development. You know, the things that are a bit outdated now, getting our mindset in the right sort of place. So yeah, this was just an event for us. So don't worry, you've not missed anything. It's not anything wedding specific, but it was just about us going away. It was hosted in Wembley for a couple of days, just before the funeral, wasn't it? The Queen's funeral. So London was gearing up, and there was a lot of people actually that went and joined the line, wasn't it? The queue. Came back.
I mean, those guys. Wow.
We wouldn't have slept if that had been the case. We would have gone straight from the event, queued for 12 hours, and been back at the event. So yeah, hats off to anybody that kind of joins that queue. Anyway, today we're going to be chatting to you. I'm getting real actually in this subject. Like, business is not always fluffy, nice, wonderful, rosy, that kind of Instagram vibe that people kind of give off. And you know, we've hopefully been quite honest about the struggles that we've had in business and how we kind of move past those. And I think that really is where people learn, isn't it, to kind of be able to relate and listen to other people's stories and be
Yeah.
able to say, yeah, you know, I've had some days or months or even longer than months where I felt really bad about my business. I've not felt very positive about it. And it's actually those people who we need to make it more real about what entrepreneurship is. So
Yeah, we do, don't we?
the mental health aspect of it, that it isn't all roses, that there's no guidebook really on how to kind of get yourself into the right kind of zone, etc. And today we wanted to talk about reasons why your business might not be going as well as you want it to, and how we can kind of pinpoint those. So we're going to talk you through 5 today.
Yeah.
And there are more, so we might split this into 2 podcasts. We'll see how you guys kind of respond to this, and if you want another podcast on this subject, do let us know. But we've kind of like talked about and want to delve into kind of 5 reasons why your business just might be underperforming and not performing at the level that you want to or need it to.
Yeah. I mean, and after, you know, you've listened to these 5, it might just be like one thing where you think, do you know what? Yeah, like that's happening for me.
Yeah, and I think yeah, when we've kind of looked at our business journey, there's definitely been one of these times, if not all of these 5 actually, that we've gone through at times and moved past. Okay, so let's go with reason number 1 why your business might be underperforming. So a lot of your business is going to depend on you as an individual. You're the kind of driving force behind the business, and part of that process is going to be how you are showing up in your business and how you are managing your mental and emotional state in your business. And if you could kind of take a moment right now to think of between like 0 is like that you're in a really not great place with your business, you're not feeling kind of very positive vibes at the minute about your business, you might be struggling coming off the back of, you know, maybe you're burnt out, whatever it might be, kind of that end. And then 10 is that you are in a really great place with your business right now.
All your goals, like waking up every day like it's the best day of your life, living that best business life.
And you're very motivated to continue, and kind of score yourself on that kind of 0 to 10 as to where you kind of feel in your business right now.
I'm writing the score down for myself.
And this one is about kind of finding that balance and being as balanced as you can be in business. You know that we do need to show up, and that is really important, to be showing up. And showing up doesn't mean, you know, showing your face necessarily on social media, or, you know, recording TikToks 24/7 or whatever it is, but it is actually just showing up for your business and showing up as that future self version that you want. So, you know, you think about kind of where you're heading and what you want to achieve in your business, to be showing up as that person so that you're making steps forward. But also with that balance, being able to recognize that, you know, some days like today I'm taking a while to warm up. I don't know if I'm catching like a little bit of a cold or something, because we've been away for a couple of days, but I do feel achy. I don't feel my best. It's
yeah, like I said to you when I came on, my cup like is empty today. It just feels empty, and that's okay. That you can't possibly. You're only human. You can't.
Yeah,
you can't
100% all the time. But it's having that recognition and being able to say, right, okay, what is now going to fill my cup? So that might be today, instead of doing, you know, any kind of content recording for any courses or anything like that, or recording for our membership, we're recording a podcast where if we mess up a little bit, we can re-record it, or, you know, we're caught up on our admins. That doesn't need to be done for tomorrow. So those parts where actually I don't need to be showing up with full energy, don't need to be kind of in our group or on sales calls or anything like that. But it's really important to find this balance in between, this kind of for your mental and your emotional state as well, because exactly what we said about that kind of hustle pressure environment where we're like, go, 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 we need to work at full capacity 24/7. You're not working hard enough if you don't come home from your day job and you sit in front of the laptop for 4 hours. If you're watching soaps, you're not going to be successful. That is going to lead, that's not a balance, and that is going to lead to either burnout in your own kind of mental state, emotional state, or it's going to lead to breakdown in your relationships, and breakdown in your relationships between your children, your partner, your family. whereby you're just not available for people. So it is about having that balance and
watch Netflix and be
and your ability to kind of switch on the days that where you know you're not feeling 100% as well, and do having to show up. You know, you've got to show up for your clients. There are days where you just have to kind of just get on with it. If you've got a wedding booked that day, you know, you've got to show up and put your game face on and
big girl boy pants on,
and just know that, you know, you can run a hot bath when you get home and get back into that zen. So whatever it is that fills up your cup, whether that is a blow dry, half an hour watching the soaps, walk outside,
like whatever it is, going for a run, going for a walk, having a little splurge shopping time, bit of pamper time. Yeah, these are all my favorite things.
It is important for you to kind of find that, and also to build up that resilience as well, because business is tough. Like, you'll know people listening, and if you've not found it tough yet, you're going to find at some point along the journey that it does get hard and it gets tough. And being able to build up that resilience so that when you get that knock or the third knock or the fourth knock back, that isn't the end of the world to you, and you can say, right, there are more clients out there, like there is more business out there, there are, you know, other things. I mean, you know, we've had people copy social media campaigns off us. We've had people literally take the copy off our website and create a website that's like virtually identical. And yeah, it gets annoying, and you think, God, like, it's pulling me down. Or, you know, we had other business owners like phoning the shop, booking appointments.
Oh, we did. Gosh, we did, didn't we?
All sorts of things that can actually like knock you back. But it's about you kind of focusing on your journey and where you're going, and stopping that comparison with other businesses. And I do think that is one thing that can kind of help you to balance that kind of emotional and mental state, is to not be comparing yourself.
This is what I spoke about a little bit on the last recording that I did on my own, actually, that you are unique. There is no other you. There's no other person on this planet that is doing things the way you're doing and speaking the way you're speaking, and, you know, giving off, well, whatever, like positive happiness. You've got that is you. It's nobody else. They can copy your website, they can copy your social media, but they are not you. And that's what makes you special at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Okay, so the second one, have we done a podcast on this topic yet? Because if we haven't, we definitely should go a little bit deeper.
We have not. We're both doing a lot of work with this at the moment, aren't we? Like, I've got a book. You've been reading. I can't think what your book's called. What you've been reading, but we've both been.
Denise and Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we should probably dive into this. I've definitely blogged about it. So if you're somebody that reads our blog, there's a few blogs on this topic. But the second thing, why your business might be underperforming, or that you're holding yourself back, you're getting in your own way, is your relationship towards money. Now, you might think, well, how can this hold me back? But actually, when you sit and you write out and you really look deep and you do the work, and you know, look at your experiences with money and your attitudes towards money, and maybe your money journey and your money story, you'll kind of have an aha moment as to, like, oh yeah, this is me, or this is what I'm doing, or this is this has shaped my attitudes towards money. So for me, I sat and wrote out, you know, some of the things that were taught in my household when I was growing up, and I lived in a quite strict household with quite a lot of strict values towards money, quite controlled. Money was quite controlled in our household, and also very much with parents that had a lack mentality. So usually with money, you'll either have a lack mentality where you think that money is lacking, and that if you get some money, that means somebody else can't get that money, or if somebody else gets business, that means you're not going to get any business. Or you have kind of a mentality where you think that there's lots of money out there, an abundant mentality where there's lots of money out there and there was always more money. So when we look at your attitude and your relationship with money, it normally stems back to your childhood and things that have been said in your household, or decisions that have been made, or experiences that you have had. So perhaps secondhand trainers, or not being able to go on the school trips, and it similarly works the other way around. So it similarly works for people who have grown up with kind of maybe a lot of money in a household, and perhaps that's then had a strain on relationships, or the parents have got divorced because one of the parents is consistently at work, and yes, they've had a lot of money in the household, but maybe that has led them to believe that money is bad, or money causes relationships to fail. So some of the things that kind of, for us, where we've worked on our kind of lack mentality and bringing it towards a more abundant mentality, has helped us open up and
hasn't it? Yeah.
And being able to charge more in our business as well, hasn't it? So not only made us feel more positive about our business, it's made us feel more worthy of charging our worth, and also not worried about, when things come along, such as, recessions or cost of living, or when we've launched new products and services, we've started to think more with an abundant. It's kind of opened it up, hasn't it? It's opened up how much we've been able to earn this year.
I think my kind of money story, I didn't even realise that any of this was a thing. And like you said, you'd have a aha moment, and that is exactly what happened to me. I was like, what even is a money story in all of this? I kind of worked out that when I was a child, and all throughout my childhood, money's always been seen as like a negative thing. And I think that leads to me now, I'm a payday millionaire. I will get rid of the money. I will like spend, and then I've got no money left. That was like the theme growing up. We haven't got enough money. No. But now I'm changing that, and I'm like, abundance mindset completely changes kind of the outlook, and we can up our prices like comfortably. And that's not always felt comfortable, I don't think, has it really?
No, I think that's it. As in, like, what attitudes are you giving off, and what vibe are you giving off? Because if you're giving off that vibe, oh, this person can't afford it, guess what? Like, your fears become your reality. So like what you think normally becomes true. So that's the sort of message you're passing on subconsciously to your buyers. So we will definitely deep dive into this topic a little bit. And I'm reading Get Rich Lucky Bitch by Denise Duffield Thomas. It's a really good book, and lots of little exercises in there as well to do. And I know you're going to read it afterwards. But yeah, we've also got a blog as well, so if you're interested, go and check that out. Right, the next one is all about your messaging, and your business might be underperforming because you're not sharing a message that sticks consistently. You're a type of person that every time something new comes on the scene, marketing wise, branding wise, perhaps you don't even really have that much of a strong brand, you're just frantic with the messaging. You don't put out a clear, concise message about what it is you do, what it is you offer, and who it is that you serve. So those things need to really come across super quick. What you put in your Instagram bio, that sort of conciseness is what you need. And you need to be sharing that message consistently, not constantly, consistently, so that it sticks with the people that are viewing your field, that the business just might be underperforming. You need to be having a look at where you're sharing your message, where it is you're showing up, and what it is that you are sharing. Is your message confused? Is it getting diluted? Are you somebody that kind of has a bit of shiny light syndrome, and something over there is looking good, so you're going to hop over and try a bit of that?
A little bit of magpie. I know somebody a bit like that.
And those people that have kind of good businesses that stand the test of time usually have kind of a very simple, short message that they share consistently.
Very clear, very concise, but consistently shared. Not constantly. There's a difference there between constantly sharing it and consistently sharing it.
What I think I would do is I would kind of look at, kind of do a cross section of my content. So I'd kind of have a look at what did you say?
Do a little bit of an audit.
Yeah, I would kind of do a cross section of take a cross section of what I'm putting out there, what I'm posting, and ask myself, if I did not know that this was my business, would somebody else be able to recognize that this is my business?
Great tip.
Number one. Secondly, is it obvious what I do? Number two. And if the answer to any of those questions is no, or you're left a little bit confused, or if you ask your friends or family, you know, what is this messaging saying? Perhaps it also is that your branding might be a little bit cheap and you're kind of on a bit more of a high-end price scale, and that's not marrying up. It's just a good idea to kind of.
And then we will go over to their website, and for us it's clear to see that, you know, their messaging's off a little bit, but to them, because they're inside it, they can't see it. So you have to look at your business through the eyes of your client, not through the eyes of yourself, because we can all be guilty of doing that sometimes.
Yeah, and you'll pick on so much more stuff as well, won't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, number 4, the one that everybody shies away from.
Mm-hmm. Number 4 is asking for the sale. If you don't do the sale, how is the gonna sale happen? No, how is the sale gonna happen?
Yeah, absolutely. So this one is worried about those conversations, worried about rejection. Everybody gets, you know, rejected sometimes and is worried about rejection. And that kind of comes back to that 2 points that we said. The first one, your ability to be able to manage your emotions and to be able to pick yourself up and be resilient and move on from these things. And the second one, like your attitude towards money as well. So if you are somebody that kind of gets really downhearted when people, you know, choose somebody else over you, or you get ghosted on your emails or whatever it may be, because you feel like, you know, money is lacking and you're not going to get another booking through the door, then this really needs to be looked at. And this one here really is where you kind of need to skill up a little bit, don't you? Like, you don't really get.
It's a bit of an art, isn't it? It's a little bit of art, and if you're not so confident, or, you know, don't feel capable, or don't think you're capable, with a little bit of like finesse, you can really like get yourself there. There are ways to ask for the sale without coming across as asking for the sale. Nobody likes to be deemed as like that salesy person, do they? Like switch off. No, I don't. No, thank you. But there are ways that you can kind of because we've all done it. We've all poured our hearts out, like trying to chase for a sale, and then right at the end, they don't want your services or your products. There's like ways you can kind of qualify them before you even get to that point. Doesn't mean you have to kind of treat them any differently, but you can kind of protect yourself from feeling so disheartened all the time if you are more in control of the sales part of your business.
Yeah, so, you know, for this one, by no means are we sales experts, are we? Although
no.
We don't shy away from the sale. Roxy's, like, I would say this is more your strong point. Like,
but I don't even know why it is. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like naturally decent salesperson, even in the bridal shop.
Like, you got the gift of the gab.
Yeah, although right at the beginning, oh gosh, it used to scare me to death asking for the sale. And actually, I think it was something you said, like you have to ask like 10 times or something ridiculous, like for the sale. And then I thought, you know what, stuff it. If I don't ask, I don't know.
Where someone can say it's no.
Exactly that. And that's the mindset that I go in there with. I'm not pushy. I think my skill is I'm good at listening to clients and what they want, and then when I know what they want, I can be okay, then this is how I can help you, this is what I can do, take it or leave it, like, so fine.
Yeah, that's it. I think it is something as well that needs to be like practice and honed. So the reason why kind of you probably outperform me on the sales side of things is that this is something that you keep kind of developing and keep your kind of foot in the door, if you like. Whereas I think when I removed myself off the shop floor of my bridal shop, that kind of goes, doesn't it? Like that kind of practice and keeping your toe in the water and just
having that confidence as well, like, because if we get inquiries, it's normally kind of me that's like chatty, but I think you are more than capable, Katie, like more than capable, but it's just that confidence.
Absolutely. But just on the side of kind of, if you're somebody that's been out of it for a little while, or perhaps you know that your sales skills need some work, you know, this is our invitation to you to kind of go away and channel that, because you need sales in your business. And like we said, if you're somebody that isn't asking for the sale, you're literally putting the control with other people. you know, and whether it is a case of asking in person or asking via email or, you know, on a Facebook message or however it is, on a Facebook post, you know, you need to be putting yourself out there. And we said this in a previous podcast, didn't we? Like, most of the businesses that we work with, one of the biggest reasons why they are failing and why they are underperforming is they are not asking for the sale enough. And it isn't about asking for the sale in a way that is salesy or pushy or convincing people to buy things that they don't want and it's going to leave people feeling a bit icky. It is about you being confident that you provide a service or a product that your ideal client needs, and you are getting you are putting that across in a message that is clear, concise, and easy to buy from.
Find out their needs and wants, and then if you can provide them with those needs and like you've got the answer to that, then bingo.
Yeah, you need to sell a solution. So for this one, you need to sell that transformation, that solution, what it is really that your product or service is providing, not the what it is. It's kind of that transformation or that solution, that kind of end goal for that, isn't it? So
yeah, it have to be as stressy and as complicated as what people make it out to be.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, if you're already feeling stressed and you're already thinking to yourself and you're going, oh, I know this person's not going to book, well, I'm wasting my time, they're never going to book. They are never going to book. But if you go into this kind of, well, whatever kind of chat that you're going into thinking they're going to book, this is going to be great, like I've got the answer to the whatever that they're looking for, they're going to book. Pay you any money, you will get more bookings. Like, open your mind to the possibility of, I'm going to get bookings. Manifest those bookings.
Yeah, I think that takes the pressure off as well, doesn't it? To be able to kind of already envisage that they've said yes and kind of notice that kind of pressure probably eases off your shoulders. The way that you speak is probably a little bit more chirpy. And you come across a little bit more confident as well. So
I think so, yeah.
Right, the last reason for today's podcast anyway as to why your business might be underperforming is something that I definitely have gone through periods of my business where I have not done this. And actually, when I have done this and I have gone in hard with it, I have, you know, tripled my income, achieved more in my business, achieved more for our clients when I've actually just gone in and just got over myself and thought, right, I'm going to invest in myself. And this is probably one of the reasons why you're stuck, you're in a rut, you're not getting the bookings that you want, you're not getting the clients that you want, you're constantly being asked to lower your prices or being ghosted by clients, or you're not growing on social media, whatever it is, and you're stuck in a place and you've been there for a while, you know, you need to make a decision as to what am I doing to get out of this space? Like, I want to move our business on. So for us, we wanted to move our revenue on. So it's like, right, we're done with earning this amount of money now. Like, we are undercharging. Like, we are worth more than this amount of money. We create some really great results for our clients. The wedding businesses that we help and speak to go on to book multiple weddings after they speak to us. So why are we only charging 100 quid? Like, why are we only charging £100 for a coaching session with us, when then off the back of that, people have come back and told us that they've booked 14, 15 weddings.
True story, guys. True story.
Yeah. And it's a case of kind of looking at that and saying, right, okay, how do we move that on? How do we move our business on? How do we warm up our clients or warm up our audience to be able to be paying those sorts of prices now? And part of that was that we just weren't investing in ourselves, were we? So when we have felt stuck in our business, you know, and you feel like you can't move it on, you need to go and, you know, invest or speak to or invest in education. And this doesn't always mean money, but since we have kind of invested in money in ourselves with coaching or courses or products, we have seen the most rapid growth, haven't we?
Yeah, we have, yeah.
Where we've actually got people in front of us saying, right, girls, like, I can spot the hole in your business here. And that's what we do for wedding businesses, don't we? We come in and say, right, we can close the gap here, or we can see what you're doing over here where your messaging isn't quite right, or you're losing clients over here. Did you know that X amount of your clients are leaving your website on this point, and this is what we can put in to kind of stop that happening. And some of the time, like, we need those eyes for us, and we need those eyes to come on and look and say, God, like, you're leaving money on the table here. And the second one is time. Now, we're really time poor, actually, aren't we? We're like,
aren't we? Yeah.
We're women with young children. Both of our children have got additional needs. There's lots of appointments to go to.
We're spinning all those plates all of the time.
Yeah, and then our other children are in like gymnastics groups, all sorts of.
And then we've got to try and like live a full, fulfilled, like social life. We've got partners.
Yeah, we're time poor, and I think, you know, you can. There is a lot. We live in an information age. There is a lot of information out there that can get you to a certain point, and we've done well, haven't we? Like, we've done well to be able to get to a certain point with the information out there. But some of the time you'll know, like, you've searched and you just can't find it. So, you know, invest in yourself, looking at people that have, you know, done and trod the path that you want to walk on, and they've done the things in their business that you want to achieve, and going and learning from those people, whether it is that you consume their podcasts or that you invest with coaching with them or whatever it might be. We have found that in investing in ourselves, we have been able to increase our income.
Yeah.
Also increase like the amount of time that we have at home by putting in different strategies in our business to bring in other forms of revenue, so that we constantly don't have to work one-to-one with people in order to bring money into the business. And we wouldn't have got there had we not invested in ourselves. And actually, we're actually at the point where we almost invested like 15 grand,
didn't we,
on a program.
So close.
And the reason that we didn't was more a case of that we're so busy over the next few months with WedCon and events and things coming up that actually we wouldn't be able to give it our full focus.
No, it's just not the right time. Yeah.
But come March, like, and we didn't blink about it. Whereas, gosh, 12 months ago,
yeah,
we'd have been like, no, I'm not here to buy anything. I'm not investing in anything. I've been really closed off about it.
And actually now we're investing in ourselves. I don't know about you, but it's like changed my mindset of like, I feel more confident in myself, in my business, in my abilities. Like, like, I am here for a reason. And people are saying like, yes, you know, you can do this. And that's a really nice feeling. I don't know, it always makes you feel like secure. Although, yes, okay, we've got to pay out for whatever it is. I do like that it really motivates me to.
And actually, having coaches is sometimes just about that, having that accountability and motivation to be like, hey, I've said I'm going to implement this into my business, and I have done. So yeah, if you're somebody that's not investing, it doesn't have to be hundreds or thousands and thousands of pounds. And we've given an example there where that was a substantial amount of money, and that's pretty vast as well. But we didn't start off investing that much money. It might have been a book or a
course or whatever.
Or even something like Content Club. So investing in something like Content Club, where our content is done for you, so you don't have to think about blog writing or your social media or your captions, etc. Then gives you back 20 hours a week.
Frees up that mental space.
Yeah, and frees up mental space for you then to be able to invest that time in improving your sales skill set, or by booking your calendar with appointments, whatever it is. It doesn't need to be an investment in the thousands and thousands of pounds. It could just be simple as like 12 quid a month into something like Content Club, or booking a strategy session every 4 months, something like that, quarterly, so that you can just make sure that you're on track with where you're going to in your business. It could be a book. It could be something as simple as a $9.99 book that is just going to help you get over that little hurdle in your business. And, you know, we were talking about it this morning, weren't we, with one of our brand ambassadors, in terms of like people who just think that they know it all and they don't need help. Well, okay, crack on, you do you. But everybody needs help sometimes in their business, don't they? And you can sit and you can struggle, and you can be one of these people that thinks, oh yeah, the world is all against me, like poor me.
Maybe you're a little bit stubborn or whatever it might be.
Yeah, I'm always going to earn this much money. People always say no to me. Or you can be the type of person that's like, yes, opportunities. I know I'm going to earn more in my business. People say yes to me. I enjoy my job. I enjoy my business. And, you know, people get stuck. Like I've said, I'm not the best salesperson in the world. You know, those are skills that I need to invest in. Like, I invested in some money mindset work earlier on in the year to kind of push me forward in developing that area and, you know, my personal development. I've invested in my relationships at home, and, you know, and, you know, looked into education that will help my relationships bloom at home and my children to thrive. And it's all about just getting to that kind of next step. And, you know, people in corporate jobs and careers get outside help all the time. So I don't know what it is about business owners that kind of there's like a barrier that's put up, like that
I think it's definitely like a mindset thing, and I'm almost like addicted to like, oh, well, how else can I like learn? Where else can I go to find information now? I'm a little bit addicted to it.
Yes. So yeah, there are reasons anyway, and some of the reasons why your business might be underperforming.
Yeah.
You've probably listened to this and thought, yes, at one of those points or another. If you're somebody that does want to work with me or Roxy and thinks, right, something's not going right here, girls, you know, you can work with us on even something as simple as just a quick audit or a marketing health check, where we can just come over and just check.
So our audits are currently 79 quid, which is great value for money because you get both our eyes on your bits and bobs. Yeah,
it's ridiculous. I didn't even know that.
No, even from your face then you was like, what? So I'm guessing that price is not going to be like that for
most. Yeah, it isn't, because I didn't even realise that they were like that.
So get them booked in.
Yeah, that is really crazy though. Yeah, well, you'll just get us to kind of look over your business and give it a good health check and get it moving in the right direction, ready for
engagement. And then also we've got like our other coaching packages as well. I'll pop the link in the show notes so you can go and take a look at all that goodness.
Yeah, what I will say about this event that was really good, one of the things that I really picked up on, and for those of you coming to WedCon or thinking about coming to WedCon in November, is being in a room full of like-minded people that are at my level in business. And I know that we spoke about this, Roxy, in terms of there isn't that many people in my life that are business people or business people operating on kind of the level that I'm operating on and above. And that's what I want to do. I want to surround myself with people who get it, who have been where I am, who have kind of faced the same struggles that I'm facing, and know how to kind of navigate them and work through. And this will be one of the things that the attendees at WedCon will kind of appreciate and hope that they will appreciate that when they kind of leave at the end of the day, is that they'll have felt heard and seen in their business, and be able to find that kind of tribe of people that really understand and get it, and also who are at that level that you are at. And I think actually that was something that I was incredibly motivated by being in a room full of people that were like 6-figure, 7-figure, multi-7-figure like business owners, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, it actually like gave me like a bit of goosebumps. Actually, I was like, oh,
yeah, and that's what hopefully those of you coming to WedCon in November will be able to take away from that as well. So yeah, that's that. Let us know in the notes. Leave us a review if you haven't left us a review before. It really helps people to find us. Make sure you subscribe, and then you won't miss an episode. We've got quite a few landing over the next few weeks, haven't we? Because we have find the missing podcast that we talked about on a previous episode.
I'm so excited. Hopefully, I can't. Can you remember what those 2 podcasts are on? They're like Lucky Dip podcasts right now. So there's 2 sat in our actual Zoom account that we haven't been able to get in, and I think I've cracked it.
We've cracked it. There we go. Okay, guys, thank you. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.